and some spectacular northern lights.
What a show last night, Ben. Particularly high energy in the northern lights at the moment. So some great colours to be seen, and they were observed last night actually as far south as Cornwall. The strongest images, though, seen across northern Scotland. Things generally tend to be more intense the further north you go across the UK.
Now, who saw the northern lights last night? Here's a photo taken near St Albans. Did you get one as well? Well, if so, we'd like to see it. Send us an email to hello@bbclondon@bbc.co.uk, and you never know, it might be shown on tonight's programme.
Hello there, good afternoon. It was a cold, frosty start for many of us earlier on this morning. Temperatures below freezing, a mixture of cloud and some sunshine is illustrated by our weather watchers here in Canning Town and again in Chiswick, and it's more of the same as we head through this afternoon.
Right, Sally has joined us in the studio, and Sal, we are just 3 weeks away from spring, and I feel like we can feel that today.
Do you feel it in the air? Oh, it was cold today, Charlene.
But the sun was glorious.
Yeah, when the sun was there, it was lovely. Yeah, so 20th of March is the start of astronomical spring. But if you can't wait that long, Wednesday is the start of meteorological spring, which is what the meteorologists use because it's the start of a month and it helps them do seasonal trends and things like that. And I've hardly seen, I don't know about you, I've hardly seen any snowdrops this year so far. But today I made up for it. They were everywhere at Middleton House Gardens and they've had a pretty good season. Here we go, let's take a look.
They look so delicate, don't they? But the weather snowdrops can withstand makes them, quite frankly, bold as brass.
So the snowdrops are looking fabulous, Richard. How has the winter been for them?
Oh, it's been an absolutely splendid year, really. I mean, we really started with a wet December, and then in January it was very cold and icy. But I think since we've had these warmer, slightly warmer spring days in February, everything has really taken off.
Middleton House Gardens have long been known for their massive snowdrops, a welcome sign perhaps that winter won't last forever.
How many varieties of these little poppets have you got here? Are we talking, you know, 10, 20?
We've actually got hundreds here.
Hundreds? Wow!
To be honest.
In case you didn't know, the scientific name for snowdrop is Galanthus, and so well loved are they that their admirers and collectors have a special name, Galanthophiles. I wonder if there's any here. Are you a Galanthophile?
If I knew what it was, I could answer you.
Do you love snowdrops?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
Absolutely, yes.
And what do you think of them this year?
They are magnificent. Absolutely magnificent.
Best ever.
Really? Best ever?
Yes.
Yeah, in our memory.
Yes.
Climate change means that we'll see warmer, wetter winters. What will that mean for the humble snowdrop?
The wetter winters, it can survive. For the snowdrop, it's really the dry summers which it's going to, which they're going to suffer more.
Now, if you're having tea, you might want to put it down because I don't want you to choke, because the most anyone has ever paid here for a snowdrop bulb at the Middleton House snowdrop sale is £1,500. That is a lot. Back to your tea.
Richard tells me there's been an unusually good crossover with the other winter beauties this year. And of course, as the snowdrops start to fade, they're a reminder things are only just getting going.
From the ground to the sky, and there was something pretty phenomenal overnight, wasn't there?
Well, the northern lights have been spotted pretty far south in England, and there is a little teeny tiny chance they could be seen tonight, maybe in London.
Oh, really?
Take a look at this graphic here. You can see that the highest chance of seeing them is obviously in the north and in Scotland. But if you go outside tonight, if we get the clear skies, we might not, but if we get them, around 9 or 10 o'clock, look to the north. You must look to the north, and you need to try and be away from light pollution, because light pollution does not help. You might see the northern lights. Take a photo, because my experience is they look better on camera than they did in real life. Anyway, here's the weather. Hello again. Well, it certainly was a cold start this morning in some parts of the capital, because look, here at Bushy Park, there was some ice on the lake. So this week, fair bit of cloud around, but hopefully some breaks to give some sunny spells at times. There are a few showers, although many areas avoiding them. And our temperatures are around average for the time of year, feeling a bit cool under any cloud. And we have got some chilly nights to come and some frost in places too. So the outlook, well, as I said, it's fairly calm, fairly settled, a mixture of cloud, bright spells where we get the breaks, and our temperatures round about average with some cool nights. That's it for now.
Last night, people across Britain got to see this. The Northern Lights, here caught at Glenalmond in Perthshire. The spectacular light shows caused by atoms and molecules in our atmosphere collided with particles from the sun. Now, normally, Scotland and parts of northern England see the lights, but unusually parts of southern England, like Crested in Shropshire, saw the phenomenon. Look at that. There were sightings in Kent and Cornwall too. And this is how the Northern Lights looked over Stonehenge. Oh, just fabulous. And there's a chance they could be seen again tonight, so keep your eyes peeled. So let's have a look at the weather. Louise Lear is here. So Louise, are we going to see more Northern Lights?
You can always rely on a good weather story, can't you, to spoil it, unfortunately. This was the most stunning shot I've seen in the Highlands, quite dramatic. And the reason why we had such an amazing aurora borealis was the amount of clear skies that we had across the country. This was yesterday. Look, clear skies in Scotland and across much of northern and central and southern England and Wales.
Now, who saw the Northern Lights last night? There were some amazing shots up in Scotland, but even around London there were traces of the aurora borealis. Here's the sky captured by Joel in Hartwood Forest near St Albans. They're expected to make a show again tonight until midnight, and you can follow that on our website where there will be regular updates. And for the all-important weather and whether we might actually get to see them again, let's go over to Lizzie, who's got the weather. Hello.
Thank you, Victoria. It's just so unusual that we'd be talking about the aurora borealis here in London. Very, very rare, of course, but I do actually have another couple of pictures. This beautiful one from Reading, taken by Paul Knightley. You can just about see the faint glow of the red and the green there in the sky. And this one from Lee-on-Sea in Essex too. Now, why do we see the aurora? Because the sun every so often emits solar flares, coronal mass ejections towards the Earth, and it's those charged particles that interact with the Earth's atmosphere to produce the colours. But it's very, very faint this far south and really very unusual. But there's a strong signal for it again tonight. Will we see it? It's still unlikely, but you might as well take a look. Just stay away from all sources of light pollution. Use your camera lens. It's really very faint indeed for the naked eye. And you need to look north between now and midnight. Best of luck, because really I promise absolutely nothing. It's still unlikely, but what we do need is some clear skies.
The Northern Lights, and Alex is here. Amazing for people to see these.
Yeah, it is absolutely incredible. Last night we were treated to probably one of the best displays of the Northern Lights that the UK has ever seen. Now, while Scotland is no stranger to this beautiful display of natural light, the solar activity on the sun's surface is so high at the moment, it was possible to see the aurora across much of Britain. So take a look at this. Yes, the greens and reds so vibrant, as you can see over Grassholm Observatory in County Durham. But to see them 220 miles further south in Norfolk is a very rare sight. The colours equally as phenomenal and a welcome sight to the many who saw them probably for the first time, no doubt. And take a look at this. Well, here's the aurora glowing above one of our most iconic landmarks here in the UK, Stonehenge in Wiltshire. Now, weather-wise, generally, this week isn't looking too bad at all. High pressure largely in control, and that is going to allow for plenty of dry weather as we head through the next few days. Well, there's already been sightings of the Northern Lights outside at the moment, so if you never know, if you look out your window this evening or overnight, you might get another side of them, especially where it's clear.
Where it's clear, yeah, I definitely will. Yeah. Thank you, Alex, for that. Fascinating.